Good evening. Good evening.
Hey, I forgot to ask you, is this flipped or is it the right way?
That's correct.
It is? Okay.
Yep.
On my camera, it looks backwards, but on the laptop, it looks right. So I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah,
okay.
It's correct.
Okay, good deal.
You got storms going on yet?
Yet? How about all day?
They're back in the area. We're about to get hit really hard here within the hour.
Oh, again? Okay, we probably are too. It eased up for a little bit. Let me look at the weather.
Oh, I have the radar pulled up behind me.
Do you?
Yeah.
It's yeah, it says it's drizzling right now. Yeah, I guess it is. All I had to do was look out the window. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's going to be pouring for the next 24 hours.
Yeah. Well, we've got 3.5 inches so far. Well, close to 4.
Wow. And I haven't looked to see how much. Yeah, I see in Muskogee it shows severe weather.
Yep.
Are we supposed to have severe weather too in Owasso, or just you guys?
No, just us.
Oh. Okay. If it looks like it's going to get bad, you better get out of the middle building.
As soon as I hear a siren, I'm vanishing. I'm vanishing. Huh? As soon as I hear a siren, I'm vanishing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was going to say, if you, if it looks like it's going to get bad, you better head to one of the kids' houses and get out of that metal building.
Yeah, it's too far away. I have to, if there's a tornado siren going, the closest place I can go for shelter is number 4 Green, Mr. Webb's or Mike Webb's house. So I won't bother him, but we have got a bridge overpass that goes underneath the street, which is pretty neat. I can drive my cart under there. And so, yes, if I have to go, I have my bug out bag ready and flashlights, and I'm ready to go.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah. That freaks me out.
May not get there very fast.
Huh?
I may not get there very fast, but I'll get there.
Yeah. So you told me earlier you were having to walk with a cane today?
I am walking with the cane when it slopes or upstairs, up a hill right now. Yeah. I've had that sciatic problem, but it's moved over to the side of my leg because I was shifting my weight and walking funny. So it's causing some other aches, but be back to normal by Monday.
I'm sorry. I hope. I've been praying.
It'll be over by Monday.
I hope so.
Yeah.
It's been going on too long already. So speaking of aches and pains, would you like to see a Rocky update?
I would.
Okay. This was just from a couple of hours ago. Oh.
Poor mopey guy.
Well, what is this? The end of it? It took it to the end. Okay, let's try that again. Is it going to play? You okay, baby? Oh, honey.
See, I think part of his neck problem is because he's been having to sag it for so long now. And that
you think so? You think that's what added to the strain?
Yeah.
Here's another one. Here we go. This might be a little bit longer one.
Aiden.
Oh, hold on. Let's see. Okay. See, watch how he was walking.
You okay? Aiden.
Yeah.
Come. Oh my gosh. Are you okay, baby?
Okay. You busy?
Poor guy.
I know.
Poor baby. You want to go lay down?
Okay, let's lay down.
Oh, that worries me so much.
Yeah.
I don't like seeing him like that. He's
fidgety.
Yeah, he would not settle down.
Back until next week, but do you think maybe we should go in and?
I think on Monday we need to take him back. Yeah. Oh, baby.
Yeah, he's
panting for air too.
I can see his mouth open.
What are you doing? I think you just need to lay down for a little bit.
Okay.
Here, Rockers?
Is it out there in the hallway?
I think it's back in the living room. I can move
Oh,
back
okay.
there.
Yeah, go grab it real quick.
Okay,
Let's see if he'll
Do you
come
lie
late.
down?
Come here, sugar pie. My poor baby. Hey, baby. Are you okay? Is it time for his medicine or anything? You did, okay.
It's a little early for it, but I figured he really needs it at the moment.
Yeah.
Come here, Rox.
Come here, sugars. He likes going over there and laying on those pillows. That must be what he was trying to do. Go ahead, baby. You can spread those out for him if you want to.
Hey, Baba. Hey, Rockers. It's okay, I won't touch your
Oh,
neck.
baby. Oh, sugar. I wonder does he pull at all while you're walking? Like he used to?
I keep up with him today.
Well, I was wondering if that collar might hurt, if it's neck pain. Not right now, I meant while you were walking.
Yeah, no. Elijah took off his collar earlier because he yelped whenever Elijah was adjusting it.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I think that was the end of that one. But yeah, so see how bad it is?
Yeah.
Just breaks my heart.
I know it. It's,
yeah.
And I ask this all the time. He's how old?
He was born in 2017, so he's 8 years old now. Yeah, Aiden was telling me the other day, honestly, right after I turned off the camera when we were recording that earlier, I said to Aiden, I said, Baba, I think he's trying to die. And oh gosh, that makes me emotional. And Aiden said, no, I don't think so. I don't think so at all. But just the way he was wobbling and he was looking for his corner and, he couldn't figure out where to go lay down.
Yeah, they'll start looking for places to hide and unusual places to lay down. That's another sign. And that's too sad, man.
I know.
Wow. Poor guy, man.
Yeah.
Okay. Next topic, because
Yeah, I did ask the boys after we get done live streaming tonight. I asked them if we could have a family movie night because, when the boys were younger, that's what we always did on Friday, Saturday nights. We had family movie night in the living room with Rocky, and it was just me and the two boys and Rocky. And so I told them it would be good. I think Rocky would enjoy that. And
have all three of you there together.
Just for old time's sake. So
right.
I think that's what we're going to do.
All they know is love. They don't know anything else is going on. So that would be good for them. So we're good. All right. Okay.
So that's that. I just realized we've got a comment. Oh, hey, Jonathan. I'm watching you while watching the deer cross the field. Here, I just learned this today, Art, that I can pop up comments on the screen so that you can see the comments too.
Awesome. That's pretty neat. I like it.
So now
learning
you can see the comments.
Watching, so you're watching deer.
The deer across the field. That's awesome.
That is awesome.
Do you guys have any bad weather happening right now? Has it been storming out there? Is it Indiana? Am I thinking wrong? I think they're in Indiana, Illinois. So I think it's an I state. I can't remember.
Yeah, I don't think it's the weather's not moving quite their direction just yet, but it's headed their way.
Okay. I know when we had the tornadoes and everything, they had said that they had bad weather coming their way soon too. I mean, that's been a couple of weeks ago, but yeah. So, okay. So there's that. Okay. So did you want to talk about homestead updates?
Well, this time of year, things are slow. Obviously, it's going to be slow for a while, but grass grows every day. That's not slow. It's actually fast. Yeah. And there's a lot to do. We
still need to get the cellar. It's like storm shelter. What's it called? The cellar pumped out.
Oh yeah.
All these bad storms. Yeah, It keeps making me think, what are you going to do for the door out there? I keep meaning to ask you that. I'm
actually thinking about a 2-door phase. Actually, I'm going to have a big heavy door in front like what's there now, but replace
Mhm.
something new. But being an underground shelter like that, I want to put on tracks a steel door. That way there's two doors. When we first come in and everyone's secure, then you shut the door, latch it, and then you'll have a cast iron sliding door. That's like
From
a second
inside? Is that
from
what you're
inside.
saying?
From
Inside.
inside.
Okay.
Right.
Like at the bottom of the stairs?
At the bottom of the stairs with everyone
Gotcha.
inside. Because
Okay.
I have seen and the El Reno tornado, I've been watching a lot of that stuff, and there were people that were underground in their underground shelters that were sucked out.
Oh
And
my gosh.
because of the intensity of the wind, of course, and all the hot air was sucking it out and whatnot. Took the
What
door
was
right
that?
off.
What was
I'm
that?
sorry.
What was that rated?
It was an F5. It's the largest tornado ever recorded. It was over 2.5 miles wide, and it had
That's scary.
several tornadoes within the tornado, and so yeah, it just wiped everything out from to
Wow.
the foundation. So
He said it is raining today. Yes, Indiana. Okay, good. I thought it was Indiana, but then as soon as I said it, I thought I'm probably wrong. But yeah, it has, I don't know about you guys, but it has been raining here and in Art's area all day. But I went out and did DoorDash at 5 o'clock this morning. And I texted Art a little bit later and I said, I learned the secret to DoorDash. You go out when it's storming because nobody else wants to be out. Because I got all kinds of dashes today while it was storming. And I'm assuming that's because nobody else wanted to be out in the storms. But it was nice because the roads were quiet and wasn't a lot of traffic or anything. So, but yeah.
I not seeing his channel, I guess, the Abundant Life Homestead.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's the one I keep telling you about. So
okay.
He does a lot of help me out, Jonathan.
Wells,
like the tractor and stuff, like talking about. There's a lot on there, Art, that I know you're gonna love. So you need to go check it out.
I will do that. I will do that. Anyhow, after the rain, maybe we can get some equipment over there and do some stuff to the homestead on the outside.
Yeah.
But
I am so anxious to get started on the outdoor painting. I know that's like the last thing we really need to worry about right now, but I just want to paint it so bad. I have I'm just gonna look and see if I've got it on this computer. Probably not. Let me see. Nope. Oh wait, it is connected. Woohoo! Okay. Anyway, I have some. I think I've shown you, or I haven't shown anybody else yet, but I've shown you the where I was playing around with it. I don't have access to Photoshop anymore. Photoshop would have been a better way to do it, but I played around with it in Canva, pictures of the house, and played around with it in Canva, to try to show you what it would look like if we painted it white. So it didn't turn out as good as it would have if it was, I'm sorry, I'm trying to talk and look it up at the same time. But anyway, not as good if I had done it in Photoshop, but it gave us a little bit of a glimpse. I'm looking for it. I'm almost there. I have too many folders on this hard drive. Or I take too many pictures and videos. I think that's the issue. Okay. So while I'm looking that up, though, what else were we going to talk about?
Well, the carpenter bees, I found a resolution for that.
Oh,
paint
you did?
Is one thing, of course. They hate paint. So, and I actually purchased some spectacle carpenter bee spray. It's a foam. It's the only foam out there that will actually kill the bees. Okay. In short of getting the carpenter bees traps, but then you got to get in the midst of them all the place to trap because it's too late in the season. But yeah, they're very resilient, and there are a bunch.
Yeah.
I mean, really a bunch.
Yeah, I was about to say, you texted me the other day and said, wow, this is like really bad.
Well, I didn't have access to the front porch
At all?
at all. It was like a small swarm, 100 of them
Wow.
probably, and they were under the porch is where they burrowed in. And I'm
Yeah.
hoping that I can access. So I got 3 or 4 cans of that stuff, and I'm going to see how that works. Yeah, but we need to paint.
We need to paint.
We need to paint along with other things, you know.
I will gladly come paint, but I really do want to paint. I really do want to. I found those pictures, by the way. So,
Can
okay,
you
let
pop
me see
them
if
up?
I can. Huh?
Can you pop them up?
That's what I'm going to see if I can. Okay. It's in the April 6th folder. Help me remember that. Let me add those here. April 6th. Get to it. Well. Okay. And PDK. Okay. GJP. They're named weird. Okay. GJP. It only, if I'd have thought about it, I would have uploaded these in advance. It only lets me upload one at a time. Okay. So just to refresh everybody's memory, that's what it currently looks like. By the way, Art, I keep meaning to tell you this, and this was the second image that I sent to you where I was showing you. Okay, so one thing, when I took Aiden out there, one thing he pointed out, and then when I told Art, we were both like, yeah, we hadn't even thought about that. But Aiden pointed out the reason why these stairs felt wonky was because the railing is really tall. Like, I mean, it's like shoulder height to me. Mm-hmm. Not to mention that there's nothing in between. There's no support or anything. But anyway, this little thing here and this little thing here, I popped in on the photo. There's actually only this one, the one in the middle, and then the one up here. But I was showing Art how I wanted to add in some more braces, lower the railing. So I'm pointing at my screen like people can see what I'm pointing at.
Right. Well, I do. Yeah, the railing needs to be lowered, and that looks about right.
Yeah. That's what I think too.
You know, and on the risers, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no, go ahead.
You know, I've been researching some of that stuff, and I've never measured the outside or the inside, but from what I understand, the standard right size is follow the 7-Eleven rule.
Yeah, yes. That's exactly what I was planning to do with 7-Eleven. But there's a mathematical equation to it, and that's why I said just let me do it, because you stay within 7 inches for the riser, but you have to do the math of your what's the word that I'm trying to think of? The oh my gosh, I lost it. The thing that I texted you not the other day, it's been a couple of weeks ago, but when I texted you and I said, I need you to take these measurements and send these to me. And I said it was what was it? Average something. Hold on. No. I have it in my notes. While I'm looking it up though, Jonathan responded a couple more comments. Someone let you read these real quick. The 2 doors is a great idea, and a direct hit, a wooden door. Yeah. So that's exactly what you were thinking, right, Art?
What's that?
The comment. Do you not see it on there?
Yeah, I see wooden. This is a great idea. And a direct hit. Yes.
Yeah. And then here's the other one. The Spectracide foaming spray is great.
That is correct. Yes.
Oh, okay. He has some videos on yellow jacket nests. So, yeah.
You know, there's another thing, Jonathan, on that same note. I have seen an advertisement for these, they're fake wasp nest, like a hornet nest, and just like plastic sacks. And carpenter bees are afraid to death of wasps. So I had heard that.
Are they really? I didn't know that.
So if you put that sack, you know, up in the corner of your your house or whatnot, the carpenter bees stay away. Now, I've not seen that yet, but I'd like to try it. I hate to kill any bees if I can keep from it, but those are pretty big nuisance.
The carpenter ones? Yeah.
Yes, they all are. Anything but a honeybee.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I like bees in my garden as long as they're there to pollinate. Oh, here it is. Okay, so it was the total run and the total rise, and the unit run and the unit rise. So that's where I was trying to say there's like a mathematical equation for how to figure that based on your total run and your unit run and all of that stuff. So that's why I said, and you do it so that it keeps you in the 7-inch riser area, but it puts you somewhere between 7 and 8 inch. But to get your exact measurement, you have to know the rest of your measurements. Does that make sense?
It does.
Once I build, do what?
It sounds, it does. I get what you're saying, yes. But
yeah, I'm going to do a video over it because it is a little complicated. But
well, there's a jig you can buy.
Do what?
There's a jig you can buy for that.
You just cut out. There's a jig, what?
There's a jig you can purchase and make if you'd like, either way, but it gives you the exact what you're looking for. It's pre-made. All you do is trace it out and make your cuts.
Oh.
Depending on the size of your rise and how high your steps are going to be. But
yeah. I don't.
Anyway,
but I can do it myself.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Aiden went with me to go buy the wood the other day so that I could build the platform. Oh, I have another picture I'll show in just a second. Here he said, yes, hornets eat the larvae of other bees. Okay. I've had no success with fake nests though, so he must have tried them.
Yeah. Okay. Then check that out.
I remember one time, I can't remember what it was, but I was leaving Amber and Doug's, that's my sister and her husband. I was leaving their house one time, and when I walked out the door, like just in the overhang, like on their patio, there was like this little dragon sitting up there, and I was like it startled me. I jumped and I was like, what the heck is this? And Doug had said that he put it up there because it was supposed to scare the wasps away. It was like one of the kids' little toys. It was like when Bryson and my boys were little. And so I think it was like a dinosaur or dragon or something of Bryson's. And so you got to stretch that leg out. Yeah,
I can't sit very long.
Yeah.
If I sit long, it starts hurting.
Yeah.
Or late. Sorry. That's why I can't rest.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've never heard of the dragon.
Yeah. I thought that was so funny. That was the first time I had ever heard of that before, though. He said it seemed to be working because ever since he put it up there, the wasps had left their nest and they hadn't come back yet. So
good.
So yeah. Okay, so I'm going to show the inside stairs in a second, but there was still one more picture. Now, just to remind everybody, this is it? Wait. Let me see, which one was it? I made this in Canva, so it's not the greatest representation. Okay, it's PDK. Here we go. But this is what it would look like once we paint it white with black trim. And then this is silly the way that this turned out down here at the bottom. But that was like one of those little faux rock things that people use like as the skirting around.
Right.
So Art and I had seen those. So I was like just playing with it in Canva, trying to show him like, this is what I would like to do. Like, I like the black cable railing, but still have wood, the wood handles, the wood, supports and stuff, but put the black cable or the black, what's the word I'm looking for? It's not the cables, but the round balusters that are horizontal or whatever you call that, where they're slanted like that, and then horizontal up here. But then on the front side of the house, do the solid wood across the front and just do the black metal on this side where the stairs are, but then do the horizontal wood like you wanted for the front. Do you remember me showing you that?
Mm-hmm.
You look confused.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But see, it'll look so pretty once it's like, I mean, look, here's the beginning.
Oh yeah.
It just, there's such a difference. That's why I want to paint so bad.
You know, I like the color of that stain of that wood
Yeah.
that you have there for that railing, but I think it contradicts with the black.
Oh yeah, no. It wouldn't. This was just some that I found online.
Okay.
That Canva is not as easy to manipulate as Photoshop is. So
Oh, no.
this was just me finding something that would fit.
Right.
That I plopped
looks
onto
good
the
that way.
picture.
Yeah. It gives you a good illustration of what it would look like.
Right. And I mean, it's not perfect by any means, but it was just to give everybody an idea of kind of what we were envisioning. But definitely, I mean, the wood and all of the wood would match. Like, this is showing like the old wood plus that wood, whatever wood stain we use, it would all match. He said, that's going to look great when you're done. I think so. And I'm just feeling very impatient because I want to do it like now. But that's like the last thing we need to worry about right now because we've got the water issue. And then, Jonathan is the one too, Art, that I was telling you that he's got a lot of experience with wells as well. So
good.
Art had said that he was going to try to, but then he injured himself this weekend, or has an injury or something, but he was going to look into that as soon as you have a chance, right? Look into the well and see what you can figure out with it.
Yeah, if we have a well, if that building is what it looks like it is. So we don't know for sure that there's a well out there, but
here's my thought on that. So I've been thinking through all of this. So this house, the 2-story house, that was built in 2018, right? And the other house, we don't know that. We know that's been there for a very, very, very long time. And we know that there was plumbing to both properties at one time, right?
Yes.
But we also know that they haven't used the rural water since 2012, right?
Right.
That's what the rural water district told us.
Right.
So,
and that tells me, since that place was built in 2018 and it hasn't been used since 2012, that the rock house is the only one that had the water
using the well. Yeah, exactly. That's where I was going with that, was that they must have been using the well at that property, right?
Right. But I can run water. I can run water from that rock house once the water's on, and supply it to the other house.
Okay. Yeah.
So I can run water. Once I know the water's turned on, then I can alleviate the fact of not having to use well water. We'll use the city water. So I'll just run my own lines.
Yes. Yeah. Wait, what'd you just say? Did you say alleviate the fact of not having to use rural water?
I wouldn't have to. No. I wouldn't have to use a well.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
When you threw in city water in there, you confused me.
Oh no, I would rather use the city water.
You mean the rural water?
Well, yeah, whatever. Clean water.
I know what you meant.
Cleaner water.
Yeah, anything but well water. Yeah. I don't know that you and I have ever talked about I know that we both agreed no well water in the house if we can keep from it, but I don't know that all the issues that I had with well water in the past, and I don't know why you have an aversion to it, but did you have bad issues with well water at one time?
Yes, but this was in Poto, Oklahoma. I was in the Kiamichi Mountains, and that's all we had was well water, and everything smelt bad, and everything was brown. Yeah. So it was not good. It had mud residue on the tub at the shower all the time.
Yes.
It was not good.
That was our issue too. It was a house that I rented just like a few blocks from here, actually, before I bought this house. I just rented this little house for a year, and I mean, I wasn't in it for a few months when I was like, I've got to get out of here. It was so gross. Like there was just like rust on everything, and our clothes, no matter what I did, our clothes stunk so bad, and the dishes had a nasty film on them. And after that, I was like, I'm never, ever doing well water ever again.
Well, to have a true homestead where you don't rely on any outside sources for anything,
I know.
if that's all you got, that's what you have to deal with.
Yeah, for sure.
And you purify it your own way. But I like the fact of having the luxury of some real water available. So
yeah, definitely. Yeah, and I mean, if we can get filters and stuff, I'm sure in that rental house that I was renting, he probably just didn't have all of that stuff. You know what I mean? Because who really cares about your rental property? But I do have a cute story. I don't remember if I ever told you this. We had just moved in. We were actually still unpacking. And let me see, that was in 2012. So Elijah would have just been like 5 or 6 years old. And the pump and everything was in the garage. And it was like, he had built a box around it, and there was like a lock on it and everything. And he had told my boys the day that we were moving in, he told them, now there's a well in here, so don't go in there. Okay. He just, didn't want them to go inside, but it was all locked up and everything. Well, anyway, I was standing in the kitchen, and the boys were like, the only back door was in the garage. So you had to go into the garage and then go into the back, right there. And the back door was next to where the well box was. So I'm standing at the kitchen sink doing some dishes or something, and I hear Elijah knocking, and I go peek around the corner, and I said, "What are you doing, Bubba?" And he said, "Oh, I was just going to see if the well wants to come out and play." And I was like, "Oh," he thought it was a whale.
A whale. Okay.
A whale instead.
I got it. That's funny.
I just thought that was the most precious thing. And I figure in his mind, and it had been a couple of days earlier that our landlord had told him, that there was a well in there. And I thought, all this time in his mind, and he was probably thinking from a cartoon perspective, how like on all their little cartoons, the whales like talk to you or whatever.
There's a whale
the animals can talk and play with the kids. And I thought, oh my gosh, that was just the cutest thing ever. Yeah.
That's funny.
I just thought that was so
sweet. Did he ever get him to come out? No. I take it he never came out and played.
I had to explain to him, "Oh, baby, it's not that kind of well." And I had to explain. He was a little bit disappointed. I think he was looking forward to having a well
in his house, right?
Yeah.
Funny.
I thought that was so cute. Oh, he said they've got great wells there. My mom has told me that too. She said that she didn't understand when we were having issues with ours. She was like, I've always loved well water. And so, but she lived in other states when she had well water. So yeah, so that maybe now, just an Oklahoma thing.
The idea of having a retention pond is another idea. And anyway, there's a lot of options. It just takes a lot of funding and time,
Yes. Yeah. So. Yes. And what he said too, use the rural water connection, but maintain the well so that it remains an emergency option, which also we did want to use the well for like when we have livestock and for the garden and stuff, because out there I plan to really expand my garden. That was one of my favorite reasons to want land, was to expand the garden. So yeah. What else we were going to talk about? Something else. What was it?
Easter.
Oh yes. Holy Week. Yep. So you're going to get to go to church tomorrow after all?
Yes, I'll be there in the morning.
Okay.
I don't know yet, and we're keeping an eye on the forecast.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's. I think it's supposed the sun's going to pop out in the afternoon. Not for sure. We'll have to play it by ear. Of course, my love for golfers will expect that if there's sunlight of any degree, they will be ready to play.
Yeah.
So there needs to be flags out and greens ready to go. So let's just hope that it rains all day. So,
So Art jokes around about how long have you been there now? 20 years?
I've been there 19 this year.
Okay, 19 this year. So he is the superintendent for Country Club golf course, and he always jokes about having a love-hate relationship with golfers.
Yep, I do. And I don't golf. Been doing it for 20 years, and I've never taken up the game seriously. So anyhow, but anyway, yes, we will be at church tomorrow. I'm sure it's going to be a great service. They had 8 services for Easter weekend, I heard.
Yes. Yeah.
Art and Taylor made it last night. They went to
they
church
did?
last night, and they took the kids to see the new animated crucifixion, or the
King of Kings.
King of Kings. Yeah.
I have been hearing so much about that, and I've been waiting. And that was Angel Studios that did that. Did you know that?
Oh, really? That's awesome.
Yes.
Yeah, I was making the reference on how much money it cost the movie industry to make that new Cinderella, because it's such a flop. And it's bad. It's so bad.
Snow White.
Snow White, whatever it was.
Was it Snow White? I think.
I don't know. And, yeah. And it was so bad. And it was just, anyway. And then this one came out, and it's doing great. It's like number 5 or 6 on the movie review list or something. The kids loved it. So they said it was a great animated movie.
Good. I've been seeing so many people making videos over it, just talking about the different pastors and stuff. And so far I kind of cringe because I'm like, oh, they're going to say something bad. But no, so far they've all been raving about it. So I'm excited. I need to talk to RJ and make sure he knows about it so he can take little man to go see it too.
Yeah, that'd be a good movie for him.
Yeah. So all of Artie and Taylor's kids liked it?
Yes. He said to me last night that they lasted about the last 15 minutes. They were pretty fidgety. But other than that, they stayed very attentive the whole movie.
Good. Maddox and Luke both were with?
Yep.
Awesome.
Maddox and Luke and Everly. Yep. They made it a family thing.
Well, I figured Everly would have held out for the whole thing. I just figured it was going to be the boys that were probably a little fidgety.
Yeah. They have the attention span like their pawpaw. So.
You said it. I didn't.
I know it. I admit
it. That's funny. There was one more picture I was going to show from the inside because, we've talked about this a lot, and I don't think I've said it in a video yet. Okay, it's LCX. Here it comes. Okay. So this was where I had added in the measurements from when you sent those back to me. See, if I'd have just pulled up that image, I would have seen the words I was looking for: total rise and total run. Anyway, so I don't know if I have sold Art on this 100%, but I had the fabulous idea. I told him, don't worry, I will do it myself. Because he was like, that's an awful lot of work. But anyway, I decided, because, we need this. These stairs are so steep. And the more I go out there, the more I realize I can't. I mean, like, at first we thought this could be something we could change later on. But the more I've gone up and down those stairs, I've realized they're just too dangerous, and they're just not safe. And so we've got to fix them. And so I decided, if we're going to have to take them down and redo them anyway, honestly, because we were going to like re-angle them and make a platform here and then come out this way. Well, that puts it like right at the front door. So I had told Art, I think we need to flip the stairs. And he was like, no, wait a minute. But what I want to do, well, gosh, my cursor, no, you guys can't see what I'm pointing at, but okay.
Nope.
So,
No, you cannot.
no. Okay. So anyway, up here, up where the landing is, I wish everybody could see what I'm pointing at, but anyway, right where the opening is on closest to the window where it's open right there, I want to build a 3-foot platform and then flip flop the door from upstairs and basically change the stairs to where they are going the other direction, if that makes sense. I'll have to do a image of it later in a different video or something, but I'm still gonna angle it. And you look amused. Are you just thinking to yourself that you'll believe it when you see it, that I'm gonna build it myself?
No, I believe you can build it. I know you can build it.
Okay. You look like you looked amused at what I was saying.
No.
But yeah, so anyway, so that is my plan. And I took Aiden with me the other day and he helped me get the wood so that I could come home and start working on it. So I'm going to build the platform first and take it back out there, get the platform, the small platform, it'll go 2 steps up, platform, and then turn and go back up. So I needed my total run and total rise measurements before I could cut the stringers. And so that's why I didn't want to do the stringers yet until I put the platform in place, and I'll build the bottom 2 stairs, put the platform in place, and then redo the measurements so that then I can come back and cut the stringers and then bring them back out. And you are in a lot of pain, so I think it's probably about time to call it a night, right?
I am getting a little antsy. Yep, I'm gonna take some
I see
medicine.
that. You're like Rocky. He takes after you, huh?
Yeah, I guess. Or I take after him or the other.
When that pain hits, you just can't sit still.
No, I'd rather move around a little bit. So, anyway.
Yep.
Well,
okay, so
cool.
One thing we were gonna say, we were so excited about this. Is our first live stream since we finally hit 500 subscribers. So
wow,
we were super excited about that and getting into the YouTube partner program. So that was one of the things. We want to start doing live streams again. On the other channel, we used to do live streams every single week for a long time. We did that with absolutely nobody watching, remember?
I do.
We just kind of chatted with each other.
Hey, we gained experience.
Yes, we did. Yep. Okay, I think we should say goodnight because I know you are in pain. You need to go walk that off or something.
I'm going to get rid of this. Yep. All right. Hey, thanks for watching, everyone. You need to keep an eye on the weather because I need to do the same.
Yep. And happy Easter to everyone.
Happy Easter.
Yes. Okay. Good night, everybody. I love you, babe.
I love you. See you later, babe.
All right. Bye.